Day 10, folks. We got to 2 digits. Let's go. All right, so last time as I was going to bed, I watched this video by Off the Beat Music called Loud Masters with Stock Plugins, How to Master in Ableton, and the basic principles of what he's saying applies to any DAW. I've got it linked down below, and I'm just going to follow this. Okay. Hey guys, Editing Wavepunk here, talking to you from the future, I guess, given that I'm recording this on day 14. What happens right after the footage you were just watching is 50 minutes of me trying to make this tutorial with this limiting system where you, instead of doing all of your volume compressing and evening out all on the stereo master output all at one time, you break up your song into chunks of kind of like similar sounds, have each of those kind of handle their own loudness and kind of even out their own loudness so that when they get to the stereo master bus out, it's all a little bit more homogenized, and then the limiting and compressing that happens there is a little bit more tame. The effect didn't exactly work for me. All my tracks actually kind of turned out to be kind of too quiet individually for the limiters to do anything, and the limiters in Logic turned out to be a little bit different than the limiters in Ableton. I know that I just in the video just said that any tutorial is relevant to any DAW, and I do still stand by that statement, but there was some idiosyncrasies of the limiter tool in Logic that are different from the limiter tool in Ableton. Here's what I learned from this session. One, the limiters in Logic don't have a threshold knob. If you go watch the tutorial, you'll see them. They can kind of set the limiter to any volume they want, where the limiter, the default limiter that comes with Logic, doesn't have that option. It only will limit things if they start to cross the zero line, the unity line on the volume, which would require me to use this tutorial. I basically have to bring the volume of everything up to then crush it back down, which felt very stupid. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is what I should have done. But anyways, I didn't end up using the limiters. I ended up trying to use compressors, which, here's a little of a mind bend. I end up using compressors in tomorrow's video and the video after that. And I think on today's video, which I haven't even recorded yet for day 14, I'm going to be doing a little bit more of trying to understand why compressors do what they do here in Logic. But trying to substitute a compressor in for a limiter didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to. It did end up making the whole track louder, but at the sacrifice of detail. So we learned a lot in this episode. Again, I'm trying to make mixing and mastering videos where I'm not just educating you, but you're watching me learn. Not sure how to make that interesting. And as I was trying to edit through that 15 minutes to show you kind of the process of me learning, I was boring myself. And I basically have a rule in any piece of content I've ever made anywhere on any channel that if I'm not interested in what I'm making, there is no way anyone else is going to be interested in it. So I'm not going to show you guys the 50 minutes of me painstakingly trying to fit a square tutorial into a round hole. And I'm just going to tell you what happened, what I learned, and hope you guys are here for tomorrow. So sometimes I'll do this. There will sometimes be days when the 15 minutes I said I will just kind of spend learning on a tutorial, and I would make a video telling you guys what I learned. This basically is that. The mix wasn't that different. Tomorrow's video, I believe, is also mixing stuff. I'm going to have to edit that one here pretty soon too, so hopefully that one's more interesting. Anyways, I've wasted enough of your time. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.